And what Relentless Corruption does is it draws cards off your opponent's deck, which is nice. And it looks like it's a mirror. Well, Relentless Corruption is good in the mirror, so settle in. It's a little unfortunate that literally the first batch we play when we change to this deck is a mirror batch. Like I said, I did write about this deck on the main site yesterday, so I guess it's going to be a little bit more popular. If we play two mirrors in a row, I think I'm going to switch to Yotul. That matchup can be tough for this deck. We're also playing 27 shards, so hopefully we manage to draw a third shard in 3 draw steps here. I mean, I've been streaming with him playing this deck for a while. Like, it just finally got around to feeling like it was good enough to write about. Alright, we're not completely unlucky. We got that at least in. I think I'd rather make sure Linopois Sight resolves this turn, rather than just, like, playing out Thunderfield Elder. And I come sitting here with Dad. Oh, he's got Oracle Songs in his main deck, so it's a little bit different than what I'm playing right now. Now comes Send Dad's lap. Bye. Alright, that's sweet. So there's a Blood Shard that draws a card. It lets us cast our Relentless Corruptions. I want to ideally cast these Relentless Corruptions before playing this Thunderfield Elder out, because ideally I would like to make sure that my Thunderfield Elder has the best chance to prophesize onto an escalation card. What do you want? You want this one? Alright, King's pretty good. We're going to get a chance to go ahead and cash this Extinction in to kill both of his guys now. So next turn we'll go Shard that doesn't make a temporary resource, and then Extinction, kill his guys. We don't want our vamp. You want something that's not Thomas? Alright, I understand. Let's grab a second Sapphire Threshold here, cash in this Extinction. We actually get to curve out really nicely here because we get to go Relentless Corruption. Oh, we drew one of his Relentless Corruptions. That's pretty good. So, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and just draw more cards off of his deck. And then we're going to go ahead and move to discard here. I think I'm going to ditch this Extinction. I'd rather keep the Shard so we can play that out for sure. And then we just get to go ahead and go Elder into Vampire King here, which I guess exposes us to a sweeper a little bit, but he doesn't have too many cards in his hand. I think he's casting an Extinction here, so I'm just going to go ahead and trade these. Save ourselves the point of damage. It might be relevant at some point. This does allow him just to have spot removal to kill the Vampire King, but this feels like an Extinction with that attack. Yeah, so I just saved ourselves a point of damage. I always feel like a wizard when that happens. You're just like, yeah, this is what he's doing, and then he does it, and then it happens. It's like, excellent. So on our turn, if we don't draw something good, we're going to go ahead and, yep, activate this to start, pick up 2 new cards. Again, the goal is just find as many Relentless Corruptions as possible, and that's what we did. So this one, when you play it, copy it. So that was one of the worst cards we could have prophesized, but thankfully we found another Relentless Corruption here, so let's just draw cards off my opponent's deck. And drawing his Relentless Corruptions is one of the best things we can be doing. Like I said earlier, this one only draws 2 because it's one of his, but, you know, meh. Beggars can't be choosers. I'm going to bin Extinction. I'm gonna bin Transmog. I'm gonna bin a Shard, and then we're good. Yep. Basically, just like looking to mill my opponent out with Relentless Corruptions at this point. And this was part of the reason we kept Mass Poly in my hand. I guess I could have kept I could have kept Extinction in case of Uranaz. Yeah, I probably should have done that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna Relentless Corruption still here and just reap his guy. Because ideally, I would like to draw the card that my opponent's prophesized here. Wow, that's a little bit of bad luck. I guess I can Relentless Corruption him again, right? Looking for the action that he copied with Thunderfield Elder. Alrighty, and we found another Relentless Corruption that copies. And then I'm just going to go ahead and reap his 5/5 here. Ooh, I shouldn't have cast Reap the Drew card, though, because we're going to have to discard the hand size. But again, we kind of have an embarrassment of riches. Like, this matchup's very much about whoever is fortunate enough to get to their Relentless Corruptions first usually wins the game. Alright, well, we're going to get to go ahead and Relentless Corruption away all those cards he prophesized too, so we just need to not die to damage and we should more than win this game handily. Again, mostly because we were fortunate enough to find our Relentless Corruptions much earlier than our opponent. So this one copies because my opponent's card copied it, so the first one, yep, just concedes. So, for the mirror, I want to try something that doesn't seem super orthodox. I guess we need some extinctions for starters to deal with Uranaz on the other side of the table. I definitely want the princesses. I want the Charge Colossus. I want the counter magics, I think. I think I'm going to cut my I don't want Exarch of the Eggs. This matchup's much about Relentless Corruption. I think I'm cutting my Lanu-Paws sites because, or maybe I just don't want all of them. The matchup feels really bad when your opponent's able to Relentless Corruption away the cards you Lanu-Paws site. So I think that's what I want to do. Maybe I want to split it 2-2 with Extinction. Maybe have like one Dingler, one Extinction. I probably want 2 Extinctions, just like an emerge button. Play two Lanu-Paws Site, because Lanu-Paws Site's not bad in the late game when we can like site and then immediately activate my champion power and draw with it. Yeah, so let's try this. Oh right, I have to. I'm playing 61 cards like a heathen, so I get to bring one more card back in. Let's leave third Extinction. It's probably fine. Forgot this deck's at 61 cards right now. Oh yeah, I guess Thunderfield's. That's fair. Thunderfield's worse than Sight because we really don't want to prophesize copy onto counter magic. That's super fair. It's not good with the Extinction either. Okay, good call. When we fixed it before we submitted, which is great. This hand's not great. Need shards. Lanu-Paws Site early is not going to be fantastic. This hand's actually very good, right? So, I think we want, even though this doesn't make a temporary resource, yeah. Okay, so the fact that we drew a Sapphire Shard means, yeah, I'm going to lead on Blood Shard here so that we can Inquisition on 2. Is what we want to be doing here, basically. Alright, Inquisition's me. So dealer's choice. If he takes the Inquisition, we're going to play the Sapphire Shards. We hold up Verdict on 2. If he takes a Verdict, we're going to Inquisition him on 2. Tane's actually pretty good against the discard spell. He does get to try and sequence around these Verdicts now, but they're so cheap that they're going to be difficult for him to sequence around, I think. His best play here is if he has Vampire Princess, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Because we don't have interaction for that right now. It's going to be able to pressure our hand and take away our Verdicts. I did not want to lead on Temporary Blood because I have counter magics in my deck right now, so second Sapphire is relevant. So I wanted to be able to get second Sapphire with the verdicts here. Not a VK, not a VK. Alright, we got 3 extinctions in our deck. I think we just have to take the hit this turn, because next turn we can play Landing Parasite plus Hold Up Verdict of the Ancient Kings, which means we can stop him from Relentless and Corruptioning away our Landing Parasite. His deck doesn't have any traditional reach in it, so we're dead in 4 to these guys. Good, strong, aggressive draw on the player. If he has another threat, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. It's possible I'm supposed to have all 4 extinctions in my deck on the draw. Yeah, I'm just gonna verdict this, keep him out of my hand, 'cause he's definitely taking my Landing Parasite away. Closed Coffins. Yeah, that card doesn't do anything, right? Yeah, I just actually don't care. So that can resolve. We hit a VK of our own here, so yes, we're actually in a great spot now. So I'm going to go ahead and play this Landing Parasite and hold up Verdict of the Ancient Kings, and then next turn we can play our VK still holding up Verdict of the Ancient Kings, which is excellent. So this card, whenever an opposing troop dies, it basically surgically extracts it. It takes all copies of that troop out of my deck and my hand, but we can just kill my opponent with Relentless Corruption, so I don't really care if he takes my troops out of my hand. Ugh. Well, that was actual worst case scenario. Every time Vampire King hits us, it reveals a random card from our hand, and if it reveals a troop, it takes our card away. So he got very lucky there. All right. Well, if we hit Extinction, we're in a great spot. All right, Reap. I'm not dead yet. All right, cool. Coolio. Dead in 2. We do get to kill this, though, which is nice. Awesome, Drew Daw. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So I'm going to go ahead and kill his VK here, and then we go to 10. And then we get to play this Shard and draw 2 cards next turn. Ian, unmitigated. Thank you. Thank you for the resub. I appreciate the continued support. Half a year. Alright, yeah, I think I'm going to play this, because that means we're not dead on board. I don't think I'm trading it with his 3-2, though, if he just attacks with that. I think I'm just going to take this hit. That's... Yep. Just bad beats all around. That's fine. We were pretty lucky in the first game there to have had all our Relentless Corruptions early. Can't be lucky every game. So we get a game 3. Variance by design. Get a little bit of variance mitigation by playing best of 3. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and submit how it is, though. Like what we did. It's possible I'm supposed to have played my Shard and then Oracle Songs there to try and hit the Shards. This hand's really good with another Blood Shard, so I'm going to keep it. It's really good with another Blood Shard. We hit Blood on 2 here, we're going to be hard-pressed to lose. And if we hit it in the first 2 to 3 turns of the game, we'll be in a reasonable spot. We have this Reap here to possibly fix our Shards too in case we draw more Shard Prisms. Worst possible draw on the deck, a Sapphire card. Get Inquisition now, feel real bad about our lives. Yep. It's unfortunate. He could take anything in our hand here, depends on the context of what he's got going on over there. Took our Relentless Corruption away. Don't hate that, because like I said, you know, that's easily one of the best cards in this matchup. If we miss a shard that makes a temporary resource this turn, we are just going to lose the game. Alright, I'm gonna just... not worth playing. Them's the beats. Again, you know, variance by design. You're gonna lose games where you don't make any mistakes. We had some different judgment calls I could have made differently in the second game, but that third game we kept. And it was a medium hand. I wouldn't fault anyone for mulliganing that hand that we kept, but I think in our 27 shard deck, it's not unreasonable to expect to hit a third shard in 4 turns. Ooh, I got an email for the Elder Scrolls beta. The real question is, will it run in Wine? Because I'm not installing Windows to play it. That's the real trick. Will it run in Wine? Like to go first. Yeah, it seems pretty good. It's a little slow, but we're on the play too, so a little bit slow is fine. Play this for Sapphire on 1. Only get punished for that if we draw exactly Inquisition on 2, but I think the chances of that, it's worth just getting our shard doesn't make a temporary resource into play right away. And play this. Opponent kept 7 as well. Uzu could be a variety of different decks. There's a 5-shard Lixil deck. There's the Uzu Cannon deck. There's, I think those are the 2 big ones. There's also Fringe other decks. What does Chimes of the Zodiac do? I don't actually know what that card does. That's interesting. I don't know if that's particularly good or something we need to be doing. So the opener that my opponent has here is not any of the known decks that I just listed that generally play Uzu. So probably a bit of a brew. Interested to see what else they do. I didn't actually know Chimes of the Zodiac was a card. That sounds like something sweet to build a crappy escalation deck around, though, and I like building crappy escalation decks. In fact, one could argue crappy escalation decks are my new favorite thing. So reveal the top 6 cards of your deck, put a revealed troop. Okay. Yeah, definitely a brew. Seems sweet so far, some kind of Shin Hair build. Missing a shard there feels kind of bad, but we've got a lot of draws in the tank from these Linopois sites, so hopefully we'll propel ourselves into one here soon. Opponent still just... Oh, geez, this is a combo deck. Okay, yeah, I've seen this before. So they sacrifice a bunch of stuff using Hideous Conversion to generate resources, and then Gallows Gas to kill us. Yeah, this is definitely the weird combo deck. Shard. Alright, I need to be more specific. I wanted to play this Extinction this turn. I should know better than that by now. And to just wish wildly for things that are non-specific. Yeah, Uzu makes your resources stress less, which seems reasonable. I think I'm just going to kill this dork. Just like preserve our life total a little bit here. Gallows Gas is scary, so let's just get this out of here. So I could Extinction here, or I could jam VK. I think I'm just going to Extinction because I mostly want to draw a card. Working our way up to this Uranaz that draws some cards now too. Windows 10? Sounds just as bad as all the other Windows versions. Oh... Hi, toddler. Oh, come to the pier, Papa. Dad loves his toddler. There's all the battle hoppers that the Conky Bunny's created. Alright, Inquisition's pretty good here. We should go ahead and take a peek at what's going on in my opponent's hand. Possibly scope out removal if they have it. What are you doing, opponent? You're missing shard drops. 2 Gallows Gas. 2. Huh. You're very obnoxious, child. Fungus Among Us. Put 4 target troops from your crypt into your deck. So Fungus makes 4 guys here if he wants it. You're very loud. You're very loud. He found my 10 of dice is what he's shaking. I'm going to need to take them away from him. Which he's not going to be happy about, but... I don't even know what we're supposed to take here. Yeah, I think I'm taking the Fungus. It generates, like, he's got 2 resource cards, so he can't just take one of those. So Vampire King gets to pressure the troops that are in his hand. Yeah, you can play with that. That one doesn't make noise when you rattle it. So he's pretty far away from Gallows Gas being super relevant. Like, you're a brat. You're a toddler brat. So I'm going to crack him with the VK here, and then we can play Uranaz. We could also just, like, play a second Vampire King out, which is probably better for trying to pressure the Gallows Gas out of my opponent's hand. Well, we got one of them. So I'm going to go ahead and activate this. Yeah, I'm just going to draw some cards, and if we don't find anything we want to do with this, I'm going to play the second VK out here. Oh, jeez! It keeps the bonuses the Gallows Gas has, because it doesn't revert, it just transforms into a vampire. So we have a 5/5 vampire. That's so good. We've got giant vampires that life drain. Yeah, it's a real sweet vamp off Vamp King. I'm just gonna go ahead and F6 here, let him do his thing. Scale of 1 to not bad, definitely closer to not bad side of the scale. He's gonna have a very large Gallows Guest here. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't have Ruby Threshold. Oh jeez. Draw a card for each of your troops that died this turn. Alright, he might be able to make a Ruby Threshold. Are we dead? Hopefully he can't kill us here. So opponents sacrificing lots of things to generate resources with this, and then using Harvest of the Star to draw a card for each of the troops that died that turn. Yeah, Pentachill streamed it with this deck, right? That seems sweet. It blows my mind the number of people who have asked me where we got the large dice that we're using on stream from. You literally just go on Amazon and search big dice. Like, do people just like not order things from Amazon? Like, that's where all my stuff comes from. Alright, well, these Vampire Kings get to crunch into my opponent and hopefully take some more troops away from him. At the very least, they gain some life. Oh no, we weren't lucky enough to hit the really good things. Let's play this Uranaz out, though. Let's go ahead and put the Sensei into play because it draws us a card. So opponent's dead in the air. And we're at 36. 36 is a lot. The Gallows Guest keeps getting bigger, though, which is definitely relevant. Alright, so we don't have Closed Coffins in our board, which would be very good in a matchup like this. Mass Poly Dingler's good, though. Counter Magic and Verdicts are reasonable. The discard's probably fine. I don't think we actually want Extinction in this matchup. Poly Dingler's just acceptable because it tags the troops in my opponent's hand as well. Thunderfield Elder is less good when we're bringing in all of the counter magic, and maybe some Vampire Princesses are fine. I can see like one Chaos Key for tagging his constant, because that's this card that lets him go off, but he can also just like play it and go off in the same turn. So maybe I'm just going to like bring in a Vampire Kiss. Yeah, let's bring in a Princess, a little bit extra pressure. Exarch of the Egg doesn't seem particularly good. There's like more Princesses to like pressure their hand and like gain some more life so we can get out of combo range. This scene's got a good strong curve. We get Inquisition into Vampires. Go ahead and snap it off here. We're missing a Sapphire Shard, but this deck can play without Sapphire. It's basically a blood-based deck splashing a few Sapphire things. Put a mulligan, makes our Inquisition better. Runs to the litter. Create 2 battle hoppers. Sure. Ah, the old perfects for the hand that doesn't have any sapphire in it. Draw the 8-cost double sapphire card. Dingler's really powerful, but it's super awkward when you draw it before you can actually play it. One thing that's a little awkward about being on the draw is that we can't interact. Ooh, Withering Touch is pretty good. Probably losing my Inquisition here. He doesn't actually know that we don't have Sapphire, so it's not completely unreasonable for him to take other things, but I gotta imagine this is going away. One of the things that's sweet about discard effects in this game is because you don't need the players to keep each other honest, he doesn't actually get to see my entire hand of this. He only gets to see the cards that he can take away. Another Runs to the litter. So, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and play this out and get the Vampire Princess into play. Basically just want to start pressuring my opponent's life total as quickly as possible here. Probably going to play Shard Prism and play Vampire King the following turn just so we can start racing and buffering our own life total here. Opponent's deck just is kind of just like doing mostly on air, it looks like, so far. Target troop gets... Okay, so he is playing this out just so I can't have a chance to take it away with Vampire Princess. Well, Princess did exactly what I wanted to do. Made his hand awkward. Ooh, Relentless Corruption. I think getting the Vampire King into play right away is better than playing the Relentless Corruption this turn. So let's just do that. Again, buffer our life total, make our opponent's life awkward in general. Vampire's OP. Opponent's deck just hasn't really gotten going yet this game. They're like, if they draw that card that lets them draw a card for each troop that died in a turn, though, they could very easily just have, like, draw 4 sitting on the table here. So this is probably a shard sitting in my opponent's hand here. We're going to find out here in a second. Or a removal spell. It's a shard or a removal spell. Okay. Go ahead and Relentless Corruption, draw a card off my opponent's deck. We're so nice, drawing the shards for our opponent. They should keep shards in their hand in the event that they... Yeah, I'm just going to pack it in. So, a little bit of bad luck. Goes both ways. We get a few unlucky streaks, opponents did unlucky streaks, it all balances out. This is a mod only chat, right? It's mod sub only. Just like there's 3 of them and they're all mods and subs. We made some more mods last night because I didn't have any of the regulars around. The Thank you to everyone for choosing to spend part of your Thursday afternoon here with us while we jam some Hex Constructed. You know, there's a lot of different things you could be doing, different people you could be watching. So thanks for choosing to spend part of your time here. If it's your first time by, welcome. My name's Jeff Hogan. I'm a professional TCG player. Here on this channel, we stream Constructed Magic and Constructed Hex TCGs. We stream Magic 2 days a week, every Tuesday and Thursday afternoon at a minimum, and we stream live Paper Magic every Wednesday night. If you miss any of those streams, you want to check out the archives, the link to my YouTube channel below. I break them up by game and by deck on there, so you can watch just the content that you care about. If you are new and you haven't followed the stream yet, I would encourage you to show that support for the stream by using the follow or sub buttons below if you're really enjoying it. It seems pretty good, even especially in this matchup's opponent's playing Savos, which likely means a red aggressive champion. We get Inquisition on 2 into hopefully kill and then Vampire King. Again, 27 shard deck, so statistically speaking, we should hit 3 and 4, but we'll see how it actually works out. Well, we're drawing extra cards, which is, I guess, good towards, you know, the goal of hitting shard drops. That's good. So next turn, we're going to go ahead and play Blood Shard Inquisition. Second Relentless Corruption isn't the worst. This is a matchup where Corruption is pretty medium overall because the opponent's aggressive and a lot of the cards we're drawing off their deck aren't good against their deck necessarily. Huh. So the Phoenix is going to be good later, but it's not great now. I could take... See, there's merit to taking a lot of these cards. I think I'm going to take the Ragefire. Vampire King's going to die either way when we do it, and taking the Ragefire makes his future Ragefires much worse. So he has Bolt, Scorch, Tendrils... Phoenix. Alright, so if we play a troop out here, it's just going to die. So we're just going to go ahead and kill his dork so we don't have to discard. Because he has Burning Tendrils in his hand. I love you, toddler. Mindspire is very good. Again, whenever we draw a card, we're going to lose life, so... Thankfully, Relentless Corruption doesn't count as drawing cards, so let's just go ahead and get these going here. Again, not running the Vampire King out just yet because opponent's got more than enough cards to kill it. We drew a Sunsoul Phoenix off of his deck. Are you upset? You dropped your train? Dad's picking it up. I know. Dad's got your back, kid. I know. I get upset when I drop my train, too. So do I want to transmog this? I think I'm actually just going to take the hit from this because if I play this transmog next turn, I can play the Sunsoul Phoenix. Yeah, so I'm actually going to play this, and I'm going to transmog his dork here, and then play this Sunsoul Phoenix out for 4. Please not a scary 1-drop. 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 There are a number of scary 1-drops, so we'll see if we... That is easily one of the most scary of 1-drops. Just stone perfects. Stone perfects. Probably just dead now. Don't... I hope you didn't just destroy my Wi-Fi card by putting a magnet on it. And I'm not attacking with this because I want him to have to kill this. Ugh. So this is a card that you can't actually play in Hex. It's a created card. Oh, Jesus, you have a burn too? Oh, just 2 Scorches, so he's going to get to Phoenix us this turn as well. It's pretty good. And then he has Crackling Bolt in his hand, so we're just dead. So, matchup's much better for us post-board when we get to trim the clunk out of our deck. We get to cut these extinctions and our 7 and 8 drops. We get to bring in some counter magic here, some more life gain. I think I actually want the Chaos Keys to deal with his constants too. Relentless Corruption doesn't do a whole lot, and I'm not a huge fan of Inquisition in this matchup, I don't think. See, I think this is how we want to board. Let's go ahead and give this a try. Thunderfield. Actually, I'm gonna leave the Inquisitions over the Thunderfield Elder because the Thunderfield Elder is not good when we bring in counter magic. It's good with like Kiss, but really bad with counter magic. Thank you. I got to the mute button before I sneezed, so that was good. Yep, it seems reasonable. It's not great. Needs some shards, but I think it's a keep. Alright, another shard's good. Would not mind hitting a Sapphire Shard next turn to get to curve Lanipois Sight into Vampire King. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and attack with this. If we hit a Sapphire Shard here, I don't think I would have attacked with this because I wouldn't want to give him a chance to get Arsonist in. But because we've got Kill in our hand, I think I'm fine with Arsonist coming in. I also think that if he plays and attacks with Arsonist, I'm going to let it hit us and draw us a card, so that way we can have a better chance to play these cards in our hand. Hopefully he doesn't have Mindspire on exactly 3, because Lanipois Sight is not good against that card. Alright, shard that makes a temporary resource. Shard that makes a temporary resource. Alright, I mean, like, that was, like, the best draw step we had there outside of a shard that made a temporary resource, because it's something that gains us life and it's something we can play. So, not the worst. Tendrils, my dork, sure. You know what that means? That's not a Tendrils that's killing my Vampire King. That's what I would say to that. Scorch me, play a Phoenix. Arsonist, sure. And I am actually going to let this hit us because I would like to be able to play my cards. It gives him a card too, but we just can't play our stuff yet. And I'm going to kiss this at end step. Now we just want any shard, ideally a shard that makes a Sapphire resource. Yeah, I'm actually just going to reap this dork now. Just use our resources efficiently. I don't want to play a troop out and try and block, because then if he kills our troop, he gets to crack us for a bunch with the Killing Skarn. This is Scorch Phoenix turn. Scorch double Phoenix turn. So these Phoenixes cost 2 less resources to play for every action you've played in your turn. So he played 2 free actions that each did 1 damage to us, which made each of these cost 4 less. And then he played 2 of them, and they are a 4/2 with flight and speed. So I don't know if we're going to be able to keep up with that, having missed as many resource drops as we've missed this game. We'll see. He's only got 2 cards left in his hand, so we've got that going for us at least. He can also void 6 actions from his crypt and return it from the crypt to play, but he's only got 3 actions in here so far, so maybe we have a chance. Another shard gives him a Scorch with Savos, which is a little terrifying, but we'll see. Hopefully, if he doesn't return the Phoenix to play this turn, we could have a shot. Really unfortunate. We kept 2 shards this game, right? Yep, 2 shards in the play, so we've had 3 shards in 13 cards in our 27 shard deck. And again, that's just like how TCGs go sometime. If you're not okay losing games like this, you should check out, play a different game. First-person shooter, chess, something like that, where there's not that variance element. The variance is one of the things that makes TCGs both a lot of fun and a little bit frustrating at the same time. Well, I guess we get to play this at least and see what he's been holding in his hand here. Hopefully these got stuff. Yep, sweet. So we'll take the Rage Fire away. He's got a crackling... Oh, wait. Am I dead now? Did I just kill myself? 1, 2, 3... Alright, we'll see if he notices we're dead. So that puts an action in his crypt. GG. I'm not going to complain in chat. I hate what GG means. Like, I hate that GG is, like, what you're supposed to say at the end of the game. I much prefer the mantra, like, thanks for the games or, like, thanks for your time or something like that. Because, like, a game where, like, I didn't get to play any of my cards through no fault of my own, like, that doesn't, in my opinion, make a good game. It's, like, games that happen, and, like, I understand that because I play a lot of TCGs. But, like, in my opinion, that isn't a good game of a TCG. I mean, people say good game in paper, too, when stuff like that happens. And I much prefer the mantra, like, thanks for the games, or let the person who loses say GG, or whatever you want to do. It's like, I remember I was playing a win-in for a top 8 at like it was like an 80 player smaller event, but like there was cash for top 8, and like we're playing a win-in for top 8, and in my starting hands between the 2 games that we played, I had 7 cards total in 2 starting hands and didn't play a second land in either game. And as soon as I picked my cards up after the second game, my opponent like shoved their hand into my face and said good games, and I was just like, come on, bud, like, come on. So I actually think I'm going to take the Blood Infusion device here and hope my opponent just like misses on the blood threshold for a little bit. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Ah, tilt. That's why I said I really love the mantra, thanks for the games. I think that sends the perfect message. Regardless of the outcome of what the game was, I think thanks for the game sends the message that you want to send. Like, thank you for being here and being my opponent, because without an opponent we couldn't play this game. You should never be you should never be rude to your opponents, because without your opponents, you wouldn't have a game to be playing, right? Like, you have to have an opponent to play the game. You know, again, it's very much a, personal preference. I'm sure there's a ton of people out there that disagree with a lot of the things I just said. Yeah. Yeah, thanks. I think thanks for the game. It's just like, it's such a small thing you can do. So this is a tough call. I think I want a landing post site. Relentless Corruption he has a lot of cards in his deck that are pretty reasonable. He also missed his third shard drop here, but that means his hand is all gas. We know his hand is double Whirling Brutalizer, Vampiric Kiss right now. If he hits his third shard this turn, we're probably going to die a very swift death. Yeah, ugh. Oh, and it gives Rage? Oh, jeez. Mercy. Mercy, G Prime, mercy. All right, scale of 1 to dead. We're definitely just drawing back-to-back cards we board out in the matchup feels real bad. If this isn't like a bird or a crackling bolt, we're just dead here. All right, so you're saying there's a chance. It's not a good chance, but it's a chance. Scale of 1 to dead. We're definitely sliding right down towards the dead side of the scale. Oh, another one. Yep. Super dead. Yeah, I think Ace, and that's exactly it. It's like one of those things. It's like someone was asking me like why we were making a point to say like creature land instead of man land when we were doing it, and basically like regardless of what your personal feelings on the topic are, it just doesn't cost you anything to make the change. So I feel like it's worth making the change. Alright, so I've boarded in Counter Magics, Verdicts, Vampire Princesses, Vampiric Kisses. We cut all of that clunky top end that we have here. I need to cut 2 more cards. Inquisition's medium in this matchup, so maybe I want to trim some of those. It's good on turn like 2, 3, and 4, but it's not great in the late game. I guess it can be good if they're holding removal. If they're holding removal for my vampires, so I don't hate it in that aspect. Transmog's a little medium. Maybe Reap's the cut. Yeah, I think I like Transmog more than Reap. Yeah, this opening hand's very good. Definitely keep. Okay. Well, we've got a Verdict of the Ancient Kings up here in case he's got an Ebony Pawn. Ebony Pawn is secretly the scariest card in our opponent's deck. Rawr. It's another good draw. So just need to hit some shards here, and Relentless Corruption lets us draw off our opponent's deck as well. So once per turn, this can make my Kisses in my hand free, so I'll just go ahead and activate that. Now the question is, do I just want to burn this Kiss now? I think I do, because like my resources are going to be tied up the next few turns, so I just want to go ahead and get this in. It kind of sucks if he draws a threat, but meh. Because if I hit a shard that turn, I'm playing King. If I miss a shard that turn, I'm playing Relentless Corruption. Could take some damages this turn. Yep, and again, burned the Kiss. So if we brick on a shard next turn, we're going to feel real bad. Because then we don't have the Kiss to play, and we can't play a Vampire King out. Man, that's miserable. I think I just have to gamble on the 1-drop again here. Sweet. Rage 1, sure. Yeah, it's funny. I've had people point that out. Like when I play paper Magic tournaments, paper card tournaments. You know, people often say good luck before you're starting a match to their opponent, and I always say my response to someone saying good luck is I always just respond with thank you. And the reason why I respond with thank you is because I don't want my opponent to get lucky. Like I don't want them to like rip their one outer and kill me. Like that sounds awful for me. So I just say, you know, I don't lie to my opponents. I don't want them to be lucky against me. I always say good luck in the rest of your tournament after we're done playing. I'm just, you know, I'm a very simple person. I'm straightforward and honest with people, and that's all I want in return is people to be straightforward and honest with me. So we're taking a lot of damages here. Missed that 4th shard again. So it blows my mind when people cut a shard from this deck. Like you need all of the shards in your deck because you losing games like this. Yeah, it was a good pickup. Alright, well, we're just dead. Scale of 1 to dead. Man, we're just getting slaughtered today playing real decks. Real decks. I've